Well, hey, bitch. It's JamiThatsMe here. Welcome back to the channel. Listen, got a few things that I want to chit chat with you guys about. All right. So make sure you're coming into the video. You are liking up the video and you're subscribing to the channel as well. We do appreciate all of the support over this way. Okay. So let's get into a few things. It's a few topics and stuff that I've been seeing over on social media. So without further ado, girl, we just gonna hop right on into it. All right. First of all, y'all know Beyonce just dropped her newest album called Cowboy Carter. I have gotten a chance to check it out, and I must say, I enjoy it. I like the album. Okay. It's pretty good to me. I've been listening to it. I've been enjoying it. I know a few of you guys have been letting me know how y'all feel about it. You know what I'm saying? And girl, we see each other. All right. Now, some of y'all not really featuring it, and I understand that. Maybe in time you will, maybe in time you won't. All right. It's your preference, girl. Okay. But all in all, people have been getting their shine from Beyonce. Like Tanner Bell, first of all, shout out to motherfucking Tanner Bell. She was already a existing country artist. I believe she may have been independent, up and coming, whatever the case is. It had it not been for Beyonce, in my opinion, I probably would have never known who this girl was. And she has this song called Buckle Bunny, and it's too cute, and she's too cute, and I had to go ahead and follow her over on Instagram. So I'm so happy that she's getting her shine. I know she posted a video of her like crying and everything, because she referenced Beyonce in this song, saying something about she's some kind of Beyonce, I guess in the country phase. Okay, but this song was written before she's ever even worked with Beyonce. Okay. So this song was out, I believe, 2023 or earlier. All right. So it's really dope to see that she got the opportunity to be on multiple songs on Beyonce's album, considering the fact that the album was already done. Beyonce found a spot or two for her to be a part of this album, and I thought it was super super dope. Okay, so shout out to Beyonce for giving people they ones. Okay. And another person that she gave that to was KMichelle. Now, KMichelle was not on the album. Now, I will say this now, Beyonce, if you want to drop a deluxe version and you would like to do a song with KMichelle, we would not be mad about it. Like, that would be dope for you guys to do some type of duet. And I'm sure it'll sound great, because I was not expecting you and Miley Cyrus' song to sound as amazing as it did. Like, I mean, y'all voices together, like I would have never ever considered that in my life. And I love, love, love that damn song. So I can imagine the kind of work that you and K Michelle can cook up. Okay. You feel what I'm saying? So, anywho, one thing about Beyonce, she gonna send some love and support to the ladies. And I love that for her and for the people that are receiving the love from Beyonce. As you see here in this video, these are flowers from Miss Beyonce herself. And this is the message she says. She says, Kay, you're killing it. All right. I love what you've been doing. And I know it's not easy to enter a new space. Sending you positivity and respect. I hope to meet you one day. Love, Beyonce. Bitch, I would have fell to the ground if I'm in my bag doing what I do. I've been doing this for a very long time. I've been on my journey. Sure, I'm ratchet at times. Okay, sure, I might snap on the hoe and get the table shook or whatever the case is. Sure, I might have my vices or whatnot. But at the end of the day, Queen B sees me and she sees the talent, and that shit is important. Okay, and for her to know how hard it is to come into this industry, and she's showing love to me, little old black me. You know what I'm saying? But really giving big meat in some spaces, like, don't play with it. Thank you. All right. So I'm really happy for K Michelle on this. I really am. I think that she definitely deserves it. I think K Michelle has a phenomenal voice. And I think once she really gets in her bag with doing country music, she really gonna be in her bag, like, for real, for real. Okay. This woman knows how to yodel and everything. She got like a yodeling scholarship. So I think that's hella dope. All right. And she you know what I'm saying, she a part of my org. So period. But anyway, girl, let's keep going. So she says, Beyonce, Wow, this is so nice. One of the nicest things ever. She says, I'm in tears. Thank you for giving me my flowers. They're so beautiful. I'm so nervous about finally getting to put out my first country album, and this just fueled the fire. I'm so motivated. Congratulations on another iconic album and era. Look forward to seeing you soon. Do your thing, Cowboy Carter. You rock. So much love and support for you. I fucking love this so freaking much. You know what I'm saying? And they need that support because I don't think KMichelle was gonna get that support from a lot of people in the country industry. Now I know she was brought on the stage with Jelly Roll at one of the recent award shows, so I thought that was dope. She does have certain people that she's been working with, the different, artists and producers and stuff like that for country music. So that's great. But to be welcomed into an industry that's by the biggest, and technically this ain't even that person's industry, but she's kind of embarking in a new lane like you, I love it. But keep in mind, Beyonce's album is not necessarily a country album. It has some country tones and stuff like that, but it's more so a Beyonce album that she wanted to do whatever the fuck she wanted to do on it. Period. Okay. So shout out to her for sending and spreading the love to a few people. All right. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts about that, okay? Next up, I want to talk about Summer Walker, all right? Because according to the Shade Room, they are saying that she has bronchitis. Unfortunately, they said Summer Walker isn't letting an illness stop her from doing her job. The Over It singer is overseas as the headliner for Australia and New Zealand's first ever sold out, okay? I guess this is a festival or a concert of some sort. And so this is what she's doing. And it's unfortunate. Now, first of all, I'm more so, I understand she has bronchitis, but I'm also thinking about the children. Like, how are the kids? Where are the kids? Being that you're all the way on another side of the world. Okay. So I'm hoping that everybody is good. But I have to be honest and say this ain't my goddamn business either. I'm sorry, y'all. I know bronchitis can be very serious. They're over here letting us know that she does not believe in modern medicine. That's her business. So she's soothing her throat with a blend of herbs and teas. Why was this our business? And y'all wishing her a speedy recovery. Did y'all post this for people to drag her because she's not into modern medicine? I feel like that ain't our business. If anything, that's more so the business of the people over there in Australia and New Zealand, considering the fact that they the ones that bought tickets to go to sold out. But as far as us, I do feel like this and not like, when do y'all start announcing shit like this? Like, a person has bronchitis, the person has a flu, a person has a cold. Usually it's something that is way more serious. And I don't think that her bronchitis is at that severe level. It could potentially get that way, but she says she's doing herbs and teas, and I'm hoping that things work out for her. I don't wish illness on nobody, but I heavily feel like this was none of our motherfucking business. Am I mean, I was gonna ask, am I tripping? But bitch, I'm not. No, I'm not tripping, girl. I'm not tripping at all. I just, like, for what? Like, who the hell is Summer Walker for us to be that concerned about her bronchitis? Let that lady heal up in peace. You know what I'm saying, girl? Let me see what the comments saying though. Somebody says prayers up. I have indigestion. Girl, you a missing one right there. Somebody says we just announcing shit, huh? Is that what we doing? She said, okay, then how about this? I ain't got no socks on right now. Girl, y'all need to cut it out. Somebody says, I woke up to get me a cold pop. Then I thought someone was barbecuing. Then I said, oh, Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Then ran out and I didn't grab no shoes or nothing, Jesus. And ran for my life. Then the smoke got me. I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that. Yikes, okay? Somebody said that the shade room is violating the HIPAA. Okay. Somebody said y'all had me thinking that the girl done went up to the upper. It ain't funny. Y'all had me thinking the girl done went up to the upper room. Somebody gonna say breaking news. I just took a shower. Okay, so see, I know I'm not. I knew I wasn't tripping. Okay, somebody says prayers up. Man, rent due after Easter weekend. Y'all pray for me. Okay, so people got other issues really going on in their life at this time, and y'all want to sit up here and announce to us about this woman's bronchitis. Girl, is the news that slow this week? Cause something's off, all right? And we really not here for, we really not featuring it like that. Okay? But anyway, girl, let me go ahead and move on, child. Let's see what Joyner Lucas is over here talking about as we're still in the business of this ain't our business, okay? Let's move on to something else that's not our business necessarily, okay? Let's get into it.
Any possibility of a reconciliation or a conversation at this point in your life with your father?
No. No. No way in hell. Never happened.
So that's it.
Never. Done. Would never happen.
Got it.
No way in hell.
I was like that too. I wrote my father a letter forgiving him for not being there. But I know.
Put it like this. When my aunt calls me, the only aunt that I talk to, shout out to my aunt Nikki, when she calls me, I be hoping that she's calling to tell me that dead. Facts.
Ooh, baby.
See, I might think it's extreme, but you got to understand the emotions that come behind that. Like, we done had conversations. Is there any possibility?
They did not chop this piece up as, you know, this was very choppy. It does make you want to just go and get the, you know, full conversation to see what all was really being said. But ultimately, we got the gist of what's really going on, and you hear Joyner Lucas not really featuring his father. I believe he's mixed. Don't quote me, but I could have sworn he, you know, they say he was mixed. His mom may be white, his daddy black or whatnot. Dad was not around. I'm not sure if there was anything in addition that he has done that has been, you know, extremely traumatic or whatever in his life, aside from not being there. But Joyner does not fuck with that man at all. All right. And listen, that I feel like he's at an age where he grown as hell and he could decide on where he want to place people in his life. And if you're not trying to place him as active in your life, you don't have to. You wasn't there when I really needed you. So now that you might need me because you're older, I'm not going to be there. I'm going to let you see how I feel to not have somebody around when you need them. Okay. And so I feel like that man has every right to feel how he feels. I just wonder what the conversations will be like as his son gets older, and his son may ask about his granddad. I don't know if he might ever want to meet his granddad, even though his granddad was technically not there for his dad. What do those conversations look like as his son gets older, you know? Not that Joyner is going to give a damn or care. I'm sure at some point he gonna have like a real honest conversation of this is why I don't fuck with my daddy, da 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 da, whatever. But you know, it's a sad situation, you know, and I do feel like if you were an absent father, you really, that's on you. That falls on you. So if you don't have a relationship with your grandchild or anything, I really feel like that's on him. You know, I know people feel like folks grow up and y'all should, you know, that's your dad or whatever. You need to think about it. And no, not necessarily. The dad spent a lot of time not thinking and doing for him when he was younger. So I don't know why anybody should have to change their mind now that they older and they can make their own damn decisions. Don't let nobody persuade you or sway you into doing some shit you ain't ready for or that you don't want to do. So if he's not there yet, he just not there yet. I was a bit surprised to hear him say though, I be hoping that my aunt calling me to let me know that that mother dead. Whoa. All right. But again, I feel like this entire situation with Joyner and his father really ain't none of our damn business. It's really not none of our business, but since you're going to put it out there, then we might chat about it just a little bit. We might have a little discussion, okay? Chat do sound more messy, and this is a serious situation, but we're going to have a discussion about it, you know what I'm saying? But all the best to Joyner and his family, okay? Now, let's go ahead and move on and see what else we got going on over here. Girl, let's get into this man. Cause some over here in the milk is not clean. It ain't clean in the milk. It's not clean in the juice. It's not clean in the water. Nothing he got in this glass that he's holding is clean. Okay. Let's talk about it. They're saying American YouTuber who goes by Your Fellow Arab has allegedly been kidnapped on his way to meet a gang ruler named Barbecue in Haiti, and he's being held for $600,000 ransom. Whew. It's a giving to me Cause I didn't know what the hell was going on when I first saw this. And I'm like, why is he even going over there to meet with a gang member anyway? That was like my first thought. Like, why are you going over there? All right. I guess these are some of the images or whatever. But it's giving that you're trying to be the male version of Carly Russell of some sort. Like, is that what's going on? See, there's this side of YouTube where you just get a bunch of people that just troll for a living, and people eat it up and they enjoy it. They love it. They get millions of subscribers and people support them down to the ground because they love these pranks and all this other shit. But I feel like there's some stuff here you don't play with, okay? They're saying social media influencer your fellow Arab has allegedly been taken hostage in Haiti by one of the gangs. They're saying Addison Malouf was on the island to interview the man known popularly as Jami, also known as Barbecue, the most powerful gang leader in the country. Earlier this year, the U.S. Department of State advised Americans not to visit Haiti because of its violence. All right. So they're saying that this young man produces a wide range of content on his YouTube channel, but he is known for his traveling to foreign places and interviewing dangerous people such as cartel members. Like, that is his thing. All right. The State Department said that they were aware of the reports of this hostage situation of the U.S. citizen, but they did not provide further information. So, baby, listen, if this boy went overseas and had people thinking that he actually got snatched the fuck up and it was actually a ransom situation, and this story finds out to not necessarily be true, you need to get worse time than what Carly Russell got, because you done got a different type of government involved in your whole shit. And this was posted 22 hours ago, y'all. So I guess, in my opinion, now that he's seeing that, oh, this shit is getting serious, the government may just actually get involved. Now, all of a sudden, they pop up and says that he has been released after he was allegedly snatched up on his way to meet a gang ruler in Haiti. Now you want to sit up here and change your tune. No, Jimmy. No, Jimmy, no. Okay? Even though that ain't your name. But, sir, no. All right? Get this man just for playing on y'all top for a little bit. Just for playing on y'all top for a little bit. Give him the time that he looking for. Okay? Please give him the time that he looking for. Now, see, Carly Russell may have slid on some probation or whatever she got. You need to slide into somebody's cell for at least 24 hours, okay? Because you sit over here, you taking trolling too damn far. All right. Let's get into what they're saying. His name is Addison Malouf or whatever. They said he took to Twitter and revealed to his followers that he has been released. Addison was allegedly taken hostage in Haiti, where he was there to interview the man known as Barbecue. Okay, they say Addison claims that he was snatched up purely for the color of his skin. I don't know how it works out there in Haiti, but you really want us to believe that they snatched you up for those purposes? That could be. And if that's not true, then you over there labeling them people something that they not. And they really gonna be on your ass, okay? So he goes on to say that he can't give additional details until he is back home. I don't trust that, because it's giving you need to come up with your next lie, allegedly, when you come back home. So he says, but he thanks God for being released. He goes on to say, cameraman never dies. I've been released. Glory be to God. Christ is King. He says, I was taken hostage purely for the color of my skin. I was snatched up for being a blanc. Is that what you say? He says, can't give any more details till I'm home, but all I will say for now is glory be to God. Released between Good Friday and Easter. Christ is King. I feel like your ass was playing on our top, waiting around for April Fool's Day and be on some April Fool ash. Is what I feel like was really going on, until you saw how serious it got to where the people done sent it up to one of the governments for them to possibly get involved after they already told people not to take their ass over there to Haiti. Okay, so I don't trust you, sir. So then he says, when you're taken hostage in the middle of the Haitian desert, 60 minutes away from any civilization in a concrete shack, surrounded by barbed wire, you don't pray to a rainbow flag. You pray to God. And then now it's giving you over here trying to attack the gay. And now I don't know if this young man is, a part of that community. But for you, I don't know. I just feel a way about it. Talking about something, you don't pray to no rainbow flag. Like, girl, I don't know what. Let me just. It's giving cap. That's the short answer. Okay. The short answer is cap. Let's see what the comments are saying. Somebody says, honestly, I never believed it. I felt like he was just trying to get money out of folks for himself. Okay. Hashtag stupid clout chaser. Somebody says, now don't do that stupid shit again or leave God out of it next time. If you do, okay, basically the person said, don't go do that stupid shit again. And if you do, don't bring up God. All right. Somebody says, plot twist. Okay. He was never kidnapped. So then somebody says, bro got his life saved and his first thought is homophobia. Different. Okay. So I did read that right, because I'm like, what that got to do with your God? Like, what is we really? But I don't know what that man background is or what community he's a part of. Okay. Somebody says it was all a publicity stunt. The gang member released a video saying you were chilling at his house. He didn't kidnap you. See, I knew I wasn't tripping. And I believe what they saying, even though I ain't seen no video. I believe what they saying. Because it's giving you got scared when you saw the government getting involved. Y'all, some of y'all YouTubers that be on this type of clout shit get on my nerves. And some people eat it the fuck up. Somebody says, I cannot think of any scenario ever where someone pleaded, help me, RuPaul, Lord of the Gays. The whole statement was strange. You think? The kidnappers released a video where Buddy was just chilling with him in the AC and all. That man was never kidnapped. Just a clown. Clown, 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 clown. Is all that I could say. Wow. Thank you. Somebody says, what does a rainbow flag have to do with it? This man probably smoked the wrong stuff and was trapped in the Chick-fil-A bathroom. Boy, shut up. Not no Chick-fil-A bathroom. Whoo, child. This man was on some pure cap. And I want him to be punished for a little bit for playing on people's top. Like that, getting the government a little bit of riled up. Because you out here trying to play some fucking games. I ain't got time. Girl, anywho, let's go ahead and move on. Ignorado. All right. Teyana Taylor, she's still dealing with this divorce when it comes to Iman, unfortunately. And they're saying Taylor's attorney clears the air following a motion that claims that the children were confused after Iman Shumpert's adult sleepovers with a female friend. All right. Because I did see a report about them saying that Teyana said the kids were confused. All right. Before I get into this statement, I do want to get into what this caption is saying. They're saying news broke Thursday evening that Teyana Taylor's attorney filed a motion to ask the court to allow a child psychologist to testify about how divorce can impact the growth and well-being of kids, including when they are unfamiliar or romantically involved adults around the children during and immediately after divorce proceedings. Okay. They said this comes after Teyana's oldest daughter apparently saw her father sleeping in the bed with a female friend. According to the court documents, Teyana and Iman's oldest daughter told Teyana that the friend was sleeping in the bed with a daddy and that the friend and her child would be staying with him because her house was broken. Oh, girl, this is all the risk that you take. Like, once they end it with you, they be ready to be with somebody else. Like, yeah, I would have to request that he don't have nobody else around my child. And like, I don't know who got that type of, somebody has that type of prenup. I can't remember who it is, but you can't have nobody else. So who has that type of damn, was it Tia Mowry? I feel like it was Tia. If it wasn't Tia, somebody had this recently where you can't have nobody around the kids unless y'all are about to get that serious, y'all engaged, y'all about to be married or some shit like that. She needs to implement that. My child don't need to be seeing some other lady in your damn bed. And we don't even know if this lady gonna last to the next month or the month afterwards. What? I don't do that, and I don't think it's right that you do that. If they ain't seeing it on my end, they damn sure don't need to see it on your end. So you need to get that together. All right. What else they say? And further confused about the woman and their child staying at their dad's house. Okay, the documents say that the children have been confused by their father being in bed with another woman and are further confused about the child staying at their dad's house. Okay, seeing this apparently left their oldest daughter feeling extremely uncomfortable. I would too, because at this age, they're very impressionable, and I feel like it's enough of a struggle for them to have to go through the changes of their parents not being together and not living under the same roof, and they have to go over here, go over there on certain days, go over here, go over there on certain days. Like, that's already enough of push and pull when it comes to these kids. And then you got the audacity to have them witnessing you being around this other lady and stuff, and this lady get to come to your house while her house is broken, but let some of the court documents or the statements that people were alleging and coming out, radar online or whatever, they were saying that you wasn't even doing that good of a job of maintaining the household you had with Teyana. You couldn't even maintain that damn household you had with your own wife, but you want to take your ass over here and go house another bitch and her child? Oh, fuck no. Absolutely the fuck not. Girl, I will put that court order in so fast. Call it spiteful, call it what you want to motherfucking call it. All right, you could barely take care of what you need to take care of over here, but you want to make sure you do it for the next bitch. And then you got my kids confused when they're confused enough because I filed for a divorce from your ass. Absolutely not. Don't have them hoes around my kids, or you're going to be in violation. All right. All right. So they go on to say that the Shade Room did get a chance to speak with Teyana Taylor's attorney, and they did have a few things to say. All right. They also go on to say additional parties called to testify in relation to the children include their teachers, who will speak to their schooling and education, and a representative who will speak to the children being accommodated during work negotiations. Okay. So they're going to talk about that. But the attorney wanted to be clear that Teyana has not spoken a word about the recent filings that claim her daughter felt confused after she apparently saw her father sleeping in bed with a female friend. She hasn't spoken a word. You mean she hasn't spoken a word to anybody but you, because obviously you knew about it as the attorney. Teyana is not concerned about who Iman is involved with. What's important to her is the well-being of her daughters and being aware of who they are around and what they are exposed to for safety reasons. I agree with her 1000%. I don't know this bitch you bringing it to this house. I do not know that for her to be. I don't give a fuck about her having kids, or one or two, because how one BIT treat her kid does not mean that she's going to treat yours in the same fashion or any better. All right. And I don't know this hoe. So yeah, I do think that they need to put something in place to where if they ain't in no marital relationship or something like that on their way there, they don't need to be around their kids. And I just say that because I really feel like it could be a revolving door of people coming in and out of those kids' lives on both sides, and I don't agree with it. But anywho, Teyana, let's get into more. They're saying that Teyana did not intend for this situation to be public in hopes to keep the peace, hence why she used their initials when she quietly filed for the divorce, and she wants to make sure that's very clear, because she was once again trying to protect him. She has always, in my opinion, tried to protect this man. Now that she's no longer being with this man, she has still tried to protect this man. He was the one that was not protecting her. Therefore, you want all of this tea out. But guess what? Nothing is making her look bad, in my opinion. A lot of what is being released is making you look like a fool. That's it. And I really don't think she's out here telling nobody nothing. I think she's reporting exactly how she's supposed to report to her attorney. Her attorney is drafting up the necessary motions on her behalf. And it ain't her fault that it's public. That's what you wanted. So here we are. Okay, so it is what it is. All right, they say that Iman later filed a motion using their full legal names 11 months after they were able to keep the proceedings away from the public. So this has been flying under the radar for almost a year. But because you're spiteful about the fact that she does not want to be with you, this is what it is that you do. Girl, I can't wait till this woman is free. I hope she's free this year from this fucking divorce, so she could move on about her business and they could figure out this custody situation, who can and cannot be around their children, and then let's move on. Okay. So that is that. All right. Let me see if there's anything else I want to talk about. I think so. So let me switch over here. I guess I'll go ahead and get into this Diddy situation real quick, like, please. Let us go ahead and get into that. All right, because it looks like, from my understanding, let me make sure that I'm saying this right. It looks like there has been I guess a new filing with this Jones and Diddy situation. And it looks like the representatives for UMG Recordings and the CEO, all right, the attorneys for UMG Recordings, Universal Music Group, for Motown Records, CEO, all of that. I feel like they have some things that they are trying to, push back on in the lawsuit that's being presented with their name. So let's go ahead and let's check that out real quick. Okay, so let's get into some of these things here. All right. So, first things first, all right. They said, "Dear Judge O, we are counsel to defendants UMG Recordings, Motown Records, and Sir Lucian Grange. I hope I said his name correctly. This is who they are speaking on. They said, we respectfully write in response to the Lil Rod's counsel, Tyrone Blackburn. Okay, it was I guess submitted March 27th. So they have a statement in response to that. They said Mr. Blackburn, who's the attorney, complains about the defendants of UMG. All right. They said that Mr. Blackburn complains about the UMG defendants' waiver of service of process and filing of a Rule 12b6 motion, all right, to dismiss all claims against them asserted in plaintiff's amended complaint dated March 2nd, all right. They said, having filed a complaint and making baseless accusations of criminal behavior against the UMG defendants on February 26th, over a month ago, they said Mr. Blackburn made no effort to serve process. It appears that the attorney believes the unjust accused defendants should be powerless to respond to such pleading. They said that these UMG defendants were absolutely entitled to waive service of process. They said instead of allowing Mr. Blackburn to endlessly file unauthorized pleadings in his unilateral game of pleading whack-a-mole. Perhaps he believes that he can make outrageously false allegations in a pleading, never serve them, let them marinate in the press for a month, and then completely abandon them. File equally false and legally baseless claims based on completely different accusations, and there is no harm, no foul. Well, there is harm and there is foul, and that is what the UMG defendants motion addresses. Okay, so basically it's giving that UMG is saying that Tyrone Blackburn them out here lying, and they doing SHI for the press. This is how I'm processing it. Okay, they doing this shit for the press. They not trying to clear up nothing or anything. They think they could just say whatever the fuck they want to say in these court documents, leave it out there for the press and different blogs and people to pick up and discuss however they want to, and basically therefore, making salacious claims about their clients and their business, and they think that ain't nobody gonna do nothing, and ain't nobody supposed to respond or anything like that. But we in your face today is what is given. Okay, now they go on to say, effective immediately, that the FAC he authored, signed, and filed against the UMG defendants is foundationally based on completely fabricated allegations, which we pointed out to him by letter dated March 4th. So we sent this motherfucker a letter on March 4th and told this motherfucker where he had us fucked up at. Okay, we told him here, and here. We highlighted it for his ass. All right. Now they said Mr. Blackburn protests that he filed a purported second amended complaint that he suggests cures his and the plaintiff's prior frivolous pleading. All right. Okay, Mr. Blackburn protests that he filed a second amended complaint that he suggests cures him and his plaintiff's frivolous pleading. Mr. Blackburn seeks shelter under a particular law and argues that his so-called SAC renders the UMG. See, I gotta look. Oh, his SAC is okay. Argues that his so-called amended complaint renders Universal Music Group defendants' motion to dismiss plaintiff's amended complaint a bad faith filing. Mr. Blackburn is wrong for multiple reasons. Okay, so girl, they finna really get into some things, honey. I'm just telling y'all what it looked like. They really getting into a few things. I want to know what he's talking about when he said that he thinks he can be protected under, what is that? FEDR. Let me see if I can look that up. FEDR. What's the rest, child? FEDR CIVP. Or I got a CIVP. What's the rest of that? 11C2. 11C2. Okay, what is this, girl? Let me see. All right, hold on. I ain't trying to read all of this. 11C2. 11C1 and 2. Okay, sanctions. Okay. So he seeks shelter under this particular under these sanctions. Okay, if after notice and a reasonable opportunity to respond, the court determines that Rule 11B has been violated, the court may impose an inappropriate sanction on any attorney, law firm, or party that violated the rule or is responsible for the violation. Absent exceptional circumstances, a law firm must be held jointly responsible for a violation committed by its partner, associate, or employee. Motion for sanctions. A motion for sanctions must be made separately from any other motion and must describe the specific conduct that allegedly violates the motion. Violates Rule 11B. The motion must be served under Rule 5, but it must be filed or presented to the court if the challenge paper, claim, defense, contention, or denial is withdrawn or appropriately corrected within 21 days after service. Okay. So y'all trying to make them responsible for anything that their clients do if they did not respond to 11B by presenting the court a plea. Okay, so I guess if they didn't respond in time, is that what they're saying? Written motion or other paperwork, whether by signing, unrepresented party certifies that to the best of the person's knowledge. Okay. I mean, that's what it's kind of like, what? Because they didn't respond immediately or something, so now they got to be sanctioned. That's how I'm kind of reading that, but I could be wrong. So they go on to say in page 2, first, Mr. Blackburn mischaracterized our March 4th letter as the UMG defendant's Rule 11C2 motion, which supposedly triggered his and Lil Rod's 21-day clock to cure their frivolous conduct. That is incorrect. We expressly stated in our March 4th letter that this letter is being sent to you in advance of our making a Rule 11 motion in accordance with the requirements of Rule 11C. Such motion, if we are required to make it, will provide you with the required 21-day notice before we seek the imposition of monetary sanctions against you and your client for having filed a complaint and now an amended complaint, both of which are in patent and egregious violation of the requirements. Second, Mr. Blackburn mischaracterizes our Rule 11 based demand as seeking only the withdrawal of certain false and frivolous allegations without withdrawing all allegations had claims against the UMG defendants. That too is incorrect. We expressly stated in our March 4th letter that you can avoid a Rule 11 motion only by withdrawing the complaint or immediately amending it to remove all allegations and claims against our clients. Gotcha. Okay. That has not been done. We will serve and file our Rule 11 in due course. Okay. So it seems like I kind of had it backwards. I thought the Rule 11 was kind of like against, UMG and their people, but no, it's more so against Mr. Blackburn and his clients because they're not willing to retract or correct any information in their documents. So they might have some sanctions against them. Is how I'm processing it. But I know y'all attorneys gonna let me know anyway, cause that's just how y'all is, all right? And feel free. So they said in his unauthorized second amended claim, Mr. Blackburn has jettisoned every one of the FAC's foundational allegations against UMG, improperly filed twice now without leave of this court and without bothering to identify the changes he has made to the FAC. The FAC included the completely I guess the first amended copy, okay? The first amended complaint. All right, that's what the FAC mean in comparison to the SAC, which is the second. So I think I'm getting that right. They're saying the first amended complaint included the completely unfounded allegations that Lil Rod supposedly personally saw Sir Lucian Charles Grange, I do believe he is the CEO of UMG, attend Puff Daddy's alleged SEX trafficking party. So that's what they alleging, baby. And then, so this is what Lil Rod is saying. Lil Rod is accusing the CEO of attending said parties. All right, so that's why they on their ass, because this is some shit they need to be corrected, and they ain't corrected yet. Instead, they continuing to amend, putting shit out there, but in the second amended one, they didn't correct anything. So now they on their ass for real. But anywho, or whatever they did correct wasn't satisfactory, I suppose. So they're saying, and also, I guess he's saying that he saw Ethiopia there. Ethiopia was the woman that said that she ready to come forward and she'll testify should she need to. Okay, and let me go back here, because I know I saw it. Yes, a former Motown record CEO, Ethiopia, to testify against Diddy in exchange for being dropped from SEX trafficking lawsuit. I have personal knowledge of the facts. If called upon as witness, I could and would competently testify. This is some wicked shit. All right. So if somebody's saying it didn't happen, then why is this woman over here saying that she got tea and she'll expose it should need be? All right, they're saying Motown Records is supposedly liable under a doctrine of respondent superior as the parent company of co-defendant Love Records, which is Diddy's record label. All right, they said UMG and Motown Records supposedly funded Diddy's alleged SEX parties with bags of cash. So in the documents, Lil Rod was pretty much accusing UMG of, providing money to Diddy for him to do these violations of things that he's doing. But I don't know if they really knew that. And you have to, don't you gotta prove that they knew that? Because if I'm getting paid by a job and then I take my money and I go and I do a little something I ain't got no business, I don't think that's really on my job. I don't think that's my job's fault. If YouTube give me a check for whatever they give me a check for, and I go and I do a little sprinkle, whatever the hell I do, I don't think that's on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, girl, but girl, they ain't corrected, okay? So that's why they on their ass, all right? So they go on to say every one of these foundational allegations for the claims against the UMG defendants have been wiped from the second amended claim, along with one of the claims he asserted against Motown Records for California permissible liability. But while busy accusing the UMG defendants of bad faith in filing their motion to dismiss, which would seem to be a textbook example for the psychological diagnosis of projection, girl, not the psychological diagnosis of projection. All right. They say nowhere does he offer an explanation for the provenance of these allegations. To begin with. Indeed, his feeble attempt to justify his new general partnership allegation, an allegation directly refuted by both Ethiopia and her counsel, and conclusively contradicts a particular paragraph, okay, of the license agreement that I believe they attached, okay. They said the declaration of Ms. Braithwaite filed in support of the UMG defendants' motion to dismiss. They said it self-confirms that the parent company allegation was completely made up by Mr. Blackburn. Girl, I gotta look up this Tyrone Blackburn person. I'm sorry, y'all. Because I got an idea of who. Okay. Okay, y'all. I have seen this guy before. He often attaches himself to salacious things, and I just don't know what some of Mr. Blackburn's notable representation. So he represented Tiny and T.I., Airbnb. He's done the wage. Why you ain't got Jennifer Hoff up here? Wasn't he the attorney for Jennifer Hoff, the one that was coming up against Nicki Minaj's husband? I think that was him. Now, I'm not saying that Jennifer was lying, as that man had, or Halton, is that her name? As that man has already been charged, and whatever the case is, situation he got going on with him, right? But this dude do be attaching himself to like salacious things. Like, I don't know sometimes. I don't know. And see, I knew I wasn't tripping when I first got into this boy's lawsuit. Some stuff right out the gate in the beginning, I told y'all, I said I believed. I told y'all, I said I have mixed feelings. I said some of this stuff I believe, some of it I feel like it's a stretch, but I didn't want to discredit his story because I didn't want it to come off as though some men can't be violated or taken advantage of, because they very well can. Right. And then we got into some of the some of the documents the other day, and he did have some believable stuff. But then also in the back of my mind, some things are still questionable. And then now when I look up who the attorney is, I'm like, I don't know. I'm just going to see how this play out. I'm not saying that Diddy is 100% innocent. I don't know. I do think that there could have been some things that happened for sure. But then at the same time, like, it could be a little fluff of extra added to the lawsuit, because I also recall Lil Rod in the beginning feeling a way about not getting money from Diddy, right, for his work. And I feel like you should get your money. Diddy has definitely crossed a lot of people, and people have not gotten paid. But you could take other people's projects, talent, tracks, music, whatever, and put it in your family name. Your family can continue to eat, but they family can't. You still living off of other people's hard-earned work. Like, I kind of feel like it's your just due at this point. I'm not gonna lie about that. But at the same time, if you would have gotten paid exactly what Diddy was gonna give you, would you have filed this complaint? Would you have filed this complaint? As you said that he was forcing you to do certain things, and when you get in that courtroom, they probably gonna fire you up, because they're gonna be like, he forced you to do all of this. You sure you wasn't interested in wanting to do all of this until you realized you wasn't gonna get no check? So I just don't know what the hell going on. I'm just telling y'all my thoughts, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right. Now, I'm not saying he shouldn't have came up against them, because I feel like I don't think Diddy is that amazing of a person, in my opinion. But I find it very interesting that it took this young man to finally come up against this man and want to take him down, and nobody else was really willing or to put themselves out there like that. So I'm definitely gonna always commend him for that, for going up against a powerful man. Like, what is it, David and Goliath? Like, that's what it's giving. But yeah, so that's where we at. But let's keep going, because Mr. Blackburn, I don't know about you too much, but anyway, let's keep going. So they said further, since Sir Lucian Grange has never been to any of Diddy's homes, the plaintiff's assertion in the first amended complaint that he personally saw Sir Lucian Grange disappear with Diddy into Diddy's rooms for hours can only be either a delusion or a lie. Baby, no, he didn't say a delusion or a lie, since the exact same allegation is made in the first amended complaint as to Ethiopia, who also was never at any of Mr. Diddy's homes after plaintiff was supposedly hired by Diddy. It seems fairly clear that it was no delusion, but it was a lie. So here's my thing, though, which is also confusing. Y'all are also saying that this young lady was never at any of Diddy's houses. One, I do believe that y'all can't confirm that aside from what she tell y'all. And then two, we just saw a statement where the woman is saying that she will come out. and she's willing to tell her personal knowledge of the facts. And let's also make a note that once we got into the amended documents, her name was no longer on the lawsuit. Instead, her name was replaced with Cuba Gooding Jr. Girl, this is amazing. Let's keep going. So they say Mr. Blackburn has simply swapped out the original baseless foundation for the RICO and SEX trafficking claims against the UMG defendants for a new baseless foundation, invoking only loosely worded press reports about Motown Records partnering with Diddy's then newly formed Love Records to distribute a single album. The unauthorized Second Amendment amended complaint invents a non-existent general business partnership between Motown and Love Records as the new linchpin for plaintiffs' liability theories. Okay, so basically he's switching shit up. Okay, keeping stuff the same but switching up the players is what I'm getting from it. They said as Ethiopia declaration in support of the UMG defendant's motion shows, Mr. Blackburn's assertion that she supports his allegation is untrue. So they're saying that she does not support his allegations, and that's not true. So if that's not true, is it safe to say that this was not true as well? That she's not willing to testify against him? Was this put out salaciously? And did this quote come directly from her? Or did this quote come by way of, is what I'm wondering. Okay. But by way of somebody else saying that that's what she said when that ain't what she said. So I don't know, girl. This is messy to me. Let's keep going. They're saying a third, Mr. Blackburn pretends that he was somehow authorized to file the second amended complaint to address our demands, and the UMG defendants are barred from filing any Rule 11 motions as to the first amended complaint. They said Mr. Blackburn failed either to obtain the UMG defendants' written or any consent or leave of the court prior to his filing in violation of Rule 15. The UMG defendants properly moved against the first amended complaint. All right. As I indicated above, we will shortly be serving our Rule 11 motion on Mr. Blackburn, and assuming he does not drop all claims against our clients, we'll be filing it with the court in accordance to Rule 11. Oh, wow. We regret burdening the court further, but we believe the court is entitled to the facts, baby. Oh, girl, Donald Zacharin is on y'all ass. Let me look up Rule 1 motion. The Federal Circuit stated Rule 11 expressly requires that an attorney presenting a pleading motion or other paper before the court certify that he has performed an inquiry responsible under the circumstances, such that he can verify that, one, it is not being presented for any improper purpose, such as to harass. Where is it? Where did it go? Do I have to search the word harass just to find it? I hate that. Because I'm not going to go into all of this. I hate that I could not find exactly where it was. Let me see. All right, there we go. The claims must be warranted by existing law or by non-frivolous argument or extending or modifying existing law. Okay. Oh, girl. Well, that's what's going on. I just wanted to look up that just a little bit to see what else it was saying. So the people is upset, okay? That's what I gathered from this, is that the people is upset when it comes to the defendants, because I guess they were expecting certain things to be corrected and it was not corrected, and they feel like this is a bunch of lies and that the people are really just, putting out salacious allegations for the press, trying to win a public opinion of whatever. So yeah, it's getting a bit more messier now with the attorneys and stuff, which is actually, to me, not really good for a little ride, because people are really gonna be feeling like you ain't telling the truth. Okay, they really gonna be over here thinking you on some humbug and stuff. But either way, girl, it is what it is. All right, good luck. I just wanted to come chat with y'all real quick, let y'all know what's going on. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts about this latest letter that UMG's attorneys sent over to Tyrone Blackburn, and they will be filing a motion against his as for his claims and things. So y'all let me know y'all thoughts. How y'all feel about all of that? Let me see. Somebody says, if true, then Jones attorneys are doing their client no favors. Procedures in federal court are not to be played with. Also, filing unauthorized amended complaints is a quick way to annoy the judge. They need to get their SHI together. As a client, I'd be pissed. Sounds about right. Somebody asked, has Tyrone Blackburn ever won a case? I was wondering the same damn thing. Ooh, I don't know about this dude. I don't know about this guy. But anywho, I'm going to let y'all go ahead and do y'all big one. That's all that I got at this time, honey. I am Jami. That's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Jami. That's me. And I'm going to catch you guys in the next one, honey. Bye-bye.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more to survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they died of me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I've been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but you run no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer.